Steven Universe and all associated images are property of Cartoon Network, Rebecca Sugar, and any and all other respective owners. I don't know them all. All footage in this video has been used for the purpose of critique parody under fair use. Please support the official release. So I had planned to catch up on a couple of my non-Steven Universe related reviews today. I even said I would earlier in this week, but with the end of the fourth StevenBomb, I just have too much to think about to focus on anything else. So I made this video instead to clear my mind of Steven Universe related stuff for a little while. We learned so much, some of which has completely obliterated two of my big recent theories, confirmed the evidence against another, and opened up a bunch of brand new theory possibilities going forward that I won't be going into detail about today. Let's just say that I had a schedule for my theories past the upcoming Garnet conspiracy, but the ideas put forth by the StevenBomb have caused me to completely rethink it. As per usual with these info update videos, there isn't going to be any overarching theme to this other than I was once blind but now I can see, so let's jump right into this. Apart from any of my specific theories, but impactful to theories that have been floating around on the internet for a while, we finally know how the caste system of Homeworld works. Some gems are simply more common than others, in that there are literally more copies of them than there are of others, presumably because the materials needed to create them in kindergarten are easier to come by. We also know now that it is going to be nearly impossible to guess which gems are common and which gems are rare based on real-world mineralogy, as in series, it is Sapphire who is much less common than Ruby, where in real life it is pretty much the other way around. I'd imagine that this is done to keep the fandom guessing. If everything regarding Homeworld society was based off of real mineralogy, it would be too easy to figure out and it would ruin the surprise. Specifically, this disproves the theory regarding the Mohs hardness scale denoting status in gem society. This means that the diamonds are the most elite gems not because real-world diamond is the hardest natural substance, but because the diamonds are the least common gems, maybe even one of a kind. Moving on to information that actually impacts my theories directly, let's talk about gemstone placements and same gem fusions. We already had confirmation from Guide to the Crystal Gems that same gem fusions do occur and that they were, in fact, the norm before Garnet became a thing. Now we've actually seen this process in action. We know that the resulting gem is literally a larger, stronger version of the base gems. We also know that, contrary to my own theory, gems of the same type do not have the same gem placement, so there is no chance of overlap when they fuse. I may get some flack for saying this, but I think that this may reignite the theory that gems with the same gemstone placement would have trouble fusing. Otherwise, why make gems of the same type who have different gemstone placements? Aesthetics? Because I don't really think that the diamonds really care what their common followers look like. Do you? In the same episode that we learned all of this, we also learned the roles of rubies and sapphires. Just like everyone other than me ever guessed, and I refuse to believe, rubies are low-level soldiers and sapphires are high-class gems used to convey future events to their leaders. Sometimes the simplest answer actually is the right one, I guess. We also, in the same flashback where we learned these things and finally saw a diamond for the first time, that being Blue Diamond, also saw Lapis Lazuli as an aristocrat in Blue Diamond's court. They were visible in the same scene. Now we know for sure that Lapis Lazuli is definitely not half of Blue Diamond, and based on the shape of Blue Diamond's gemstone, the Lighthouse gem / the Moon Goddess gem isn't Blue Diamond either. This explains the line, "Did you ever wonder who I used to be?" spoken by Lapis. She was a high-class gem, and she doesn't feel like she deserved to be imprisoned. And it also explains why she seemed to recognize Garnet when she was still trapped in the mirror. She was there when Ruby and Sapphire fused for the first time. I do still get the feeling that Lapis at some point had a chance to side with Rose and didn't, but it definitely wasn't in the context that I thought. As I said before, there was a lot more that we learned this past week, and I mean a lot. But there wasn't really anything else that affected my previous videos specifically. So I'll be waiting to talk about the rest of that stuff later on, and believe me, I will be talking about it. But in the meantime, I wanted to ask, what is your favorite tidbit that we learned during this StevenBomb? Did any of your personal theories get crushed or confirmed? Let's get a discussion going in the comment section down below. This has been AJ22, and I will talk to you guys later.